Alright, in the top left we have Pillars playing as the Abbasid, I believe. Yes, black flag over here. They are playing with their teammate Jakobe over on this left hand side. In the pink playing the Roos. And over on the right hand side, Nyan Racing Cat from Eyes in the Forest. They are going to be in the blue. They're playing as the Deli. And their teammate over here, Simtom, is going to be playing the Roos. So we got a Roos Deli versus Roos Abbasid. And this has like been a fairly common matchup. But we've seen a lot of variants with like people teaming up with different things with the Roos player. So I'm intrigued as to how this is all going to play out. And I'm just going to quickly swap these players around over here so they are in the correct sides. And this is grand finals. This is a best of 3. There is no game advantage. There is no bracket reset. It's just a case of the advantage for getting to making it to grands is that you got there more easily by going through winners. And these two did meet in winners finals, so they actually had a pretty close set there. It was 2-1. It could have gone either way, but they actually played, I believe it was this matchup specifically as well. They did very well in taking... Oh, actually, I just realized both the sacred sites on this map are right next to each other. So, but they're as far away from the Dali player as they could be. This is going to be really interesting because they're kind of favored on the side of Jakobe and Pillars to, defend. This is much closer. This is pretty much break even between both sides. Maybe like slightly closer to the right. And up on this top corner, it's actually going to be like pretty difficult for Pillars to, reach these sacred sites. So maybe the play is, you go for the sacred sites, you kind of wall here. Just like build a wall across here, build a wall like here, and then that's you basically defended from a lot of aggression. I wonder if they're going to go for that. I'm not sure though. For now, it's mostly just people fighting a bunch of wolves, collecting sheep. The age up coming in over here. Pillars, yeah, now Pillars is going to age up. They've got that House of Wisdom. And we see Golden Gates going up on both sides. With, I think Dome of the Faith is actually going to come up a bit quicker. And we're seeing technologies coming in. Efficient productions coming in, and this actually makes a lot of sense. We saw this in the last game where they played Delhi versus Abbasids, where you just build your stable, you double produce out of it because, I say double produce, you basically get 100% build speed bonus. So it's effectively having an extra production building in the form of like you just spend 90 gold on a scholar. Oh, wheelbarrows coming up. Survival techniques is also coming up. Almost would have liked to have just seen like you wait and then get horticulture, but I guess survival techniques is also pretty useful. And he's going to research relatively quickly. And what are we seeing over here? Yeah, just aging up over there. Not too much else going on. A little bit of harassment over on this gold, but not really the end of the world. They get like one hit on a couple villagers. Alright, and the boar. Ooh. Jacobe's going for the boar. It's a bit risky. We saw this last game from someone. And it didn't work out for them because longbows were able to just harass, but there's no English here. So I am curious as to whether that's going to be like a big deal. Okay, this scout's doing a little bit more harassment, but they could get surrounded by vills if they notice. I don't know if they're going to though. Pillars, yeah, they're just going for 2 TC. You don't get this much stone otherwise. And wow, they're just not doing anything about this? They could just kill the scout very easily. There's 10 vills. I guess it is quite a bit of idle time, and you're not really going to lose a villain this time. And yeah, they've already got food stuff, so yeah, you're not paying much for these vills. 25 food apiece. Okay, horseman coming in. Oh, but that's an aggressive horseman. But alright, pillars is just like, whatever, I'm just going to get my 300 stone, I'm just going to, you know, ignore that. And yeah, second TC is coming up now. More fighting going on between scouts in the center. This boar position. Oh, actually, both of them went forward for boar. This is a lot further forward, but it also protects the sacred site, so... That is the thing the eyes in the forest care about. They want to get these sacred sites, and they will pretty soon. Now let's take a look at this tech. Sanctity, yep, they're going to let them get the sacred sites in H2. And yeah, they're just grabbing all the upgrades. And is he actually going to grab all the upgrades this time? Yes. And actually, must have cancelled survival techniques, got the horticulture. We see specialized pick getting researched and double broad axe. No textiles yet though. I guess this doesn't want to interrupt the villager production. I personally think it is worth grabbing textiles at some point. It is free. It does only take 19 seconds, which is like one villager. And all of these upgrades are going to come in as well. And yeah, we've got a very aggressive Delhi play coming in here. Outpost coming up. Gonna do well. Especially with all these horsemen, because the horsemen are just going to be able to sit in here and do harassment. Is that... Oh, it's only hitting the outpost. The Vill is nice and safe, just out of range. And yeah, you're going to be able to put horsemen in this. It's going to be able to hit these Vills. Vills are actually getting pulled. Are they going to go for the hit on this? It looks like it. And it might lose a Vill, but they will possibly kill the outpost. One Vill goes down, cancels. And yeah, these horsemen are going to do a lot. And yeah, the Terror Rush makes a lot of sense because yeah, at some point, Sanctity is going to get done. Sanctity is done actually, so we're just going to wait for a monk to come down. But Pillars, I think, recognizes that that is going to happen and is already moving into position to cut that off. But I say Pillars, it's actually their teammate. I think they've been swapping who's playing Roos each game. Wow. We see the extra range here, doing a whole bunch of damage to this mill. That's really annoying. It's going to slow down the food eco quite a bit, but there's a lot of sheep here, so they're fine. If you want to do really super Giga Chad brain play, what you can do is like you can just send one scout up from over here and you can kill the sheep. Like you get the Roost player to kill your sheep for you, because then they get all the extra bounty, but no, not going to see anything like that in this case. Ooh, that horseman going a bit too deep. A little bit unfortunate, that is like a decent chunk of resources being lost there. Over here we see horsemen doing a bunch of harassment, and now we see the sacred site being taken. And the scholar does not have a long way to go between these two, so I think a lot of the fighting that's going to happen on this map, aside from, you know, knights raiding bases and stuff like that, which is actually doing pretty well, although I think they're going to lose a knight. Yep, one knight goes down. Maybe would have liked to have seen some walls come up to help defend here. But there's going to be a lot of action going on in this part of the map later in the game. And yeah, these outposts doing a decent job of harassing. But they're gonna get taken down relatively easily, I think, once they reach the point of this harassment getting pushed back, or at least forced back, because you know, these knights are just gonna continue to be annoying. It's like, do you want to bring your horsemen back? Oh no, apparently you're just gonna get a bunch of fills for free. So harassment coming on both sides. Pillar's gonna lose a bunch here. That said, they do outproduce people because they got those double TCs. So they're doing fine. Oh wow, but there's a big push coming in here on the south. And are we gonna see all of these archery ranges go down? It looks like it. I guess that was setting up to be aggressive as well. You know, you could get your own archery ranges up. And oh, they really wanted to kill that boar. But they're just kind of sitting there for the moment. Yeah, Sacred Victory is going to come in. The sacred sites are very close to each other. And there's just so much aggression over on the side. Oh, finds a whole bunch of berry villagers. Oh no, that's really bad. These horsemen doing some really good work. They are going to get greeted by a camel archer with a bunch of horsemen too, but... oh, actually, they're just going to get... They're going to get surrounded. Yeah, a bunch of kills there coming in. And they're going to be able to retreat to these fortified outposts now. That's a lot of horsemen. That's actually that's a ton of horsemen. That's 22 from there from pillars. I don't know if Neon Racing Cat has enough to deal with that. But while that's going on, Jakobe is getting actually destroyed. And yeah, Jacoby's just like, I'm dead. I can't come back from this. Oh, but they could have held on. Pillars is a lot here. But no, Pillars is also going to tap out. Recognizes that they are quite a bit behind. Although I don't think they were quite as far behind as they thought they were, but they were behind enough. And that is unfortunately the way it goes sometimes. And we take a look at this timeline. Simtom, yeah, Simtom was just doing a lot of work. And Yan Racing Cat as well. And yeah, actually, yeah, Jakobe was really, really struggling. Not too far behind on Vils, but was starting to fall a bit behind, so... Yeah, it's just like, let's go to game 2. We'll go from there. And we are also going to go to game 2, so let's see how this goes.